it'd be very interesting to see, obviously interesting and important. Let's say it's shown to cure COVID-19. All right. Given the small number of people at this time that have died of it around the world, now everything is relative, right? It's compared to car crashes, compared to the regular flu, right? I mean, whatever you would like to choose. It's a very small number. And if that number is even halved, let alone fully reduced, in how long will people still say self-quarantine? I'm sure there will be still voices who will say that. Well, yeah, but you could still get it. But so what? If there's a cure, and even now, for most people, so what would be a fair statement. Tom Hanks has it. His wife has it.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yes, they're fine. Every famous person we know who got it is fine. And fame is not an antidote to disease. Diseases don't know if they've attacked the famous or the non-famous. I still, even without this hydroxychloroquine, and by the way, it's a combination with an antibiotic, which is interesting because what is it? Azithromycin? What is it? What is the name of the antibiotic? We should have that on the chart here. So I want people who know somebody who's suffering from it to have the hope that something could happen. Do you know that the man who started, obviously he didn't start it intentionally, but the man in New Rochelle who they assume started the epidemic, as it were, in New Rochelle, New York, went into a coma. Did you know this story? He was a lawyer. And he went into, not an old man, and went into a coma. He awakened from his coma yesterday fine. And he was asking, why is everybody, why isn't life normal? He went into a coma when people were still, doing normal things. It's a very interesting story, obviously. I hope he is well. I mean, that would be great. Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, this is very important, obviously, and that the FDA, I don't know what the FDA had to approve. The thing has been prescribed for 50 years. So when the president praised the FDA for giving it immediate approval, maybe as a drug to be used, I don't know, but I don't know if the FDA approves the use of drugs. I think they approve that they can be used. So I don't understand exactly what that meant that the FDA has approved, but I'm glad the FDA is on board, and it's not just the president, but it's based on the Stanford man who's publicized it, this Stanford doctor who was an advisor to Stanford Medical School, who was on Tucker Carlson last night. I'll play that for you later as well, because I think you should probably hear that. All righty, everybody. Paul in Columbus, Ohio. Hi, Dennis Prager.
Dennis, I've been trying to think of a good analogy to use, something that would be more common to us to show people the difference between death rate as a percentage versus number of people infected. And I was wondering about crime. I was in law enforcement for 40 years, and I've always thought that we see the tip of the iceberg. There were so many cases where a crime had been committed and the people either wouldn't complete a report, many people don't even call the police. And aren't they like a lot of people who get the coronavirus, and they get over it without even seeking treatment or taking a test? And so we know those people are out there, just like in crime. And as far as, specific things that are underreported, we hear that about rape all the time, that women are raped, and yet they don't call the police, they don't make a report. And, of course, they don't end up in the FBI statistics, which are given out every year for specific crimes or specific geographical areas.
It's a good analogy, but there's even a larger group than the ones who have it and don't report it. It's the ones who have it and don't know they have it. At least you know if you have been burglarized. Certainly know if you've been raped. These people are aware.
Wow.
So the largest single group of carriers of this virus, Paul, is people who have it and don't know it.
Well, I never thought about that. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, well, thank you. That's why I am, that's why I am stunned that people tell you this gigantic, it's either an idiocy or a lie. The mortality or morbidity or fatality, did I say fatality the first time? The fatality rate of the coronavirus. We don't have a clue. Because we don't know what it's a percentage of. A fatality rate means X number of people have a disease and X number of people die of it. Then we have you have a fatality rate for pancreatic cancer because we know virtually exactly how many people have pancreatic cancer. We don't have a clue how many people have the coronavirus.